Alright guys, welcome back. What are we doing today? We are going to
install a winch.
Yeah, and we're gonna start from
taking off the brush guard.
Yeah, we're gonna take off the brush guard and go from there.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. Alright, so here's what we got. We got the plate off, but this winch obviously doesn't match exactly the way it is. We were able to line up those holes right here, but it doesn't line up with the holes over here. Beside that, this square hole for the winch is not centered. Probably there is a reason for it, but I don't know what the reason is, and this is the first time we are installing a winch. So we're just trying to do our best here. So we're gonna start with tightening this, guys, and position it, kind of like simulate how it's gonna be sitting there and see if everything lines up right and works. Then we're gonna drill 2 holes and cut that square to be bigger, so we won't have any issues with the winch. So it's gonna be seated like this. So I was trying to find some information about it online, and literally I couldn't find anything about the electric winch installation for the Humvee. I think that this is the right way to go. I know that we can turn this lever, this knob location here. We can turn that, which is great. We got few issues over there. We got the coolant hose on the left side of the front, which won't work well with this. So at this point we are gonna try to put it back in and see if it fits, and if it is, we're gonna move forward with that and cut those holes. It looks like it is centered right now, which is good. This part here looks like it's gonna work, and the cable is not necessarily gonna have any issues, but this side won't. So I might have to cut that part right here to open it. All right, put it in there.
Well, it doesn't fit where we thought it would. So now we're trying to figure out what can move around so we can get it in there.
Yep, one needs to be cut. All right, so here's what we got. So the winch is kind of like sitting over there. We just put it there just so we can see how it's gonna fit. And right now it's kind of like held by these brackets, which is in a way right here, and another one right there. So it's in a way there is not enough space for the winch, and the whole thing needs to go down so it matches with these holes. Right now it's like about here. So what I'm gonna do, since this hole gotta go down, right now it is touching that hose, which once it goes down won't touch it any longer. It looks like the other side here, the lever, is gonna be fine. Anyway, what I was thinking, pretty much my only option here is to cut those support brackets. I kind of like marked it where I need to cut it, and I'm gonna try not to cut all of it on both sides, just a little bit, so I don't compromise all of the strength. It's still very strong bracket here. I think I might even maybe weld like a little piece afterward or something like that. I'm not sure yet. I might just build another support, but right now that's what I'm gonna do. It looks like I'm gonna just go ahead and cut those supports. All right, so we got one cut here, and we almost done with this side as well. All right, so it looks like we managed to put it in there, but we're almost lined up with the holes here. So we just need like, what, a 1/4 inch? Move it to the right, because right now we are hitting this corner of the winch, but beside that it should work. And then we're gonna change the orientation for the lever right there. But yeah, that's a start. I already marked where I'm gonna cut, so I'm gonna cut this piece off and a little piece from this side, the right side, and I already marked my 2 holes so I can support the whole winch. All right, little status report here. So I extended the hole, the square hole. This is the new location of the new holes, and I cut a little bit more of this side here, so it would be a little bit wider, and this side should be okay. So I really want to paint here a little bit the pieces that I cut, so I'm just gonna quickly give them a good coat. Just kind of like to have some kind of something over there, so it's not just completely bare metal. And I think now it's time to turn the position for this lever. So I'm gonna move it to the bottom, probably 90 degrees, so I can get it underneath and not here, because that was hitting the back right here. All right, so I guess to change the position of this, need to unscrew these two, then I guess it comes off, and from there we'd be able to change that. So the position would go from here to down here, since the winch is gonna be like this. I just wanted to go down there. So let's start. So I think basically you just take those screws off, move the plate up to a different position, and I think that's it, pretty much. Gotta move 90 degrees. So by moving this 90 degrees, it's gonna be facing downward, which will clear that handle away from everything. I'm gonna start drilling those holes, and I'm gonna start with quarter and then go from there. All right, now the 1/2 inch. Good, awesome. Now paint. All right, so I kind of like lined up everything here the way it's supposed to be. So I changed the location of that knob, and now already lined up everything with the holes here. So everything looks great. One thing I noticed here is that the lever is hitting the metal here. I was thinking about cutting notch here, but I'm gonna cut the lever instead, because I'm gonna use this part of the plate to put my supports underneath. So yeah, I'm gonna cut a little, maybe 1 inch off of that lever, and then we'll see if it works. All right, I'm gonna give it a little nice coat of paint here. Okay, just making sure everything here is covered and there is no places that rust can start to attack. All right, so this is what we got here. All 4 bolts are tightened and it looks great. This lever is painted, and painted the some spots that we scraped while we tried to position it in. But right now it looks like everything is kind of like one unit here, which is awesome. Hey guys, so today was a pretty busy day. Did a lot. We are ready to get this baby in there. Yeah, I just decided to wait. I can't really pick this up. It's super heavy. I can't really pick it up and put it here by myself. I need to kind of like slide it in and slide one side up, and yeah, it's pretty challenging, but you can kind of like see how it looks after cutting those supports. My plan is to get from the underneath of the plate and to put maybe a couple of rods or brackets from here to the plate and from this side to the plate, so I can gain all of the strength that I lost by cutting this. Now again, this is super strong. I don't even think will be any kind of an issue with that, but you know, if you do have 12,000 pounds, I mean the Humvee is about 6 something, you know, you're stuck, so it's probably almost double itself. So you're about the 12,000. I'm sure those things can hold much more than that, but I think I'm gonna anyway put 2 braces down here, so I gain back that strength that I just lost by cutting these supports to be able to fit the winch inside. Now with that being said, I am not planning at any point soon, at least, to pick up my Humvee by helicopter or drop it out of an airplane as an airdrop. So I think that we're okay, but I will put those support brackets at the bottom when I get a chance. But pretty much that's it for today. Tomorrow I'll have Billy, my friend, would help me, so we can pick it up together and put the winch in there and get it done. After it's in there and everything looks good, we're gonna start the connecting it to the batteries. So we might do that as well tomorrow. So until then, hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully it was useful. It was super hard for me to find any information about installing winches, electric winches on Humvee. I was almost not able to find anything, so I kind of like had to go in the dark here and figure it out by myself. But hope it helped you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow. So winch is mounted with 4 bolts. Looks good. Pretty hard to get there, but we're gonna be able to connect all the connections from here, from the top. It is looking good from the underneath as well here. You can see how it looks. This is where we got those supports, which fits pretty well, and then we got the winch, and works very well with that knob lever, and then we got the cut supports right here. Looks good. All right, so I really like this place to be the location of my box. It sits really nicely here, and I got enough space for the plug, and I'll have enough space to run all of my cables here. Probably gonna have to open this or drill holes here, and then I'm gonna go probably around and into those holes and run all the way to the winch. So yeah, that's the plan. I opened the back here, and I'm gonna see what needs to be done to drill 2 holes here so that can be attached. All right, so I opened the rear panel here, so I have a better look on the inside, and I opened the winch box, so I can mark it and drill. All right, so I got 2 holes drilled, and I'm gonna put the plate back in there and go ahead and mark all the other ones too. All right, so it's a new day today. So we got the box right here, the winch box right here. I'm gonna start with just running with the positive to right here, and from the existing hole that I have, and then from there I'm gonna start to extend each one of those cables, the wires, all the way to here. Gonna get out from this hole all the way to the winch and back. So yeah, let's start the work. I might add this on and off switch down the road somewhere here, or I'm not sure exactly where, but I think it's a good idea to have one, just because I heard some horror stories about some winches catch on fire and basically catch on fire and frying the whole truck. So I don't want that, so I might use that. I need to think about that one. So next, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna start running my wires all the way to the winch. I'm not gonna disconnect the batteries here yet, because I'm really not doing anything with the car. I'm not gonna connect anything yet. I got my black one just to use. All right, so here is what we got. I got the 2 wires coming from the box. I'm gonna run them in this, inside this channel all the way, and then I'm probably gonna go from above here and go down into this bracket here. Or no, actually I'm gonna go probably straight over there somehow into this bracket, and then I'm gonna use this channel inside and come out from here and go up to the winch. So far everything runs through here, and then I managed to get it, probably hard to see that one, right in here. Yeah, so right down there, and then kind of like turns out from here and goes into that beam and to the other side of the winch right there. Yep. All right, let's continue. Okay. There you go, right here. And then I'm gonna run them into the other side, and hopefully that will be it. Enough to connect. Kind of like an interesting path I chose, but it looks good. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be protected from everything. It doesn't go next to anything really super hot. Probably just the coolant hose here, that's the closest, but it's not touching anything. I think it will be okay. So just now go in to this channel, and then then I'm gonna pull back whatever I don't need. I'm gonna pull some back. So yep, it's gonna looks like it's gonna work pretty well. Well, let's see from above how it looks. All right, so a little view from above here. There you go. You can see the red right here and the black, and it's just gonna connect. So I'm gonna put the shoe and shrink on it, and then start to tighten it a little bit towards the back, and that's it. All right, so I got my first connection in here. Just wanted to show you. So make sure it's good and secured. Put that sleeve on it and shrink it, not only to prevent from water to come in or corrosion and stuff like that, also keeps it in place. So I don't have my heat gun because I can't find it, because we are in the middle of a move, as you probably know, and I don't have any of my tools here. So looks like it worked pretty well. Strong and tight, and I'm gonna put that boot on it as well. if you do it with a knife like I do and not with a tool, then just try really not to cut any of the wires, so you get really the maximum amount of transfer of the electrical transfer here, because you need every bit of it with the winch. So I'm gonna tighten it like this. Unfortunately, I don't have all of my tools, like I said, so I'm just gonna use whatever I have available here. Alright, we got 2 in. We got 1 more to go. So this guy is gonna be my green. We'll connect to the green inside the battery box. Alright, so I got green and red, and now I need to send here the yellow. Got 1 more. The yellow and then the little ground wire as well. Alright, so since I got these 2 ready to go, I'm just gonna go ahead and connect them. That way it will be just easier. And red is gonna go to here. Then I can start to tighten them and stretch them back, so I won't use more wire than I need to. Alright, so the red one is connected. Alright, so next the green is gonna go into the green. Which got its boot. The red got its boot. And now I just need the yellow and the black. Alright, so next I'm gonna go ahead and tighten all of the wires, because I don't need too much slack like here. So we're gonna start to stretch them back. So yeah, now it's nice and neat. So I'm just gonna pull it from here and get some back. So I want to make sure they're not completely too tight. So I do have a little bit of slack, but not a lot. You can see now it's all kind of like nice and neat. And then I can zip tie everything all around, so it's not in the way. When you plan your route where you wanna put everything, the path, so just kind of like plan what you can use to tie it down onto. There you go. And all that gonna go back into the battery box. So that's my excess wire. This one too. And then I'm gonna see where it's gonna end, and I'm gonna cut it and then reuse probably the black one. We'll see. So I pushed through another one more black wire here, and that's gonna be for the yellow. So it's going in, and you can see it right here, and I'm gonna stretch it all the way. I'm gonna run this black wire, which is gonna be the yellow, as far as I can, and then I'll have to connect it somewhere because I don't have enough wire, and then connect it to the yellow spot over there in the front, and yeah, and go from there. Alright, so my black wire is not long enough, so I'm gonna use my extra red one just to get all the way to the winch, and I'm connecting it in the middle with this. Try to get a wire that is long enough, but if not, you can do this, what I'm doing. If not, you can do whatever works for you. But yeah, I'm gonna have to make sure that this is all really insulated very well so it won't touch any metal or anything like that. I got those shrinks here, the heat shrinks, and I got also insulation that is rubber that I apply it all over this, and it will harden, so I won't have any issues. And probably I'm gonna wrap that with tape as well. So we are at our yellow one. So I'm just gonna make this connection right here for it. Already sent the wire through, and I'm gonna show you in a minute here. Next, I'm just gonna push that through here. Bring these two guys up to the top, and it's connected. Alright, so next, still have two more wires here to connect. So I'm gonna start with running this black one. So this black one is gonna go the same way, but it will connect to the remaining bolt here. I'm gonna put that boot on it, so it will go right here in the remaining one, and there is a small one as well that's gonna go there. All right, so next we got this black one, which is the negative, and I'm gonna run it all the way here with the rest of them, all the way, and start to get rid of that slack. All right, so my ground slash negative reaches only there, and I don't have enough wire. So gonna have to wait till I get more wire because I'm missing about a foot of the wire. But in the meantime, I'm gonna put that small one right here that will connect to another ground to the box. So one ground, one of them is negative to the battery, which is supposed to be this one, but I'm short like a foot or foot and a half. And the second one is this, which connects to the box. So I'm gonna run from here with this guy all the way there. All right, so it looks like this wire is not gonna be long enough as well, so I'm gonna have to get the ground small wire. I'm gonna have to get a new one long, and I'm gonna have to get the negative longer one as well. But in the meantime, I can connect all of these guys and connect them to each one of those. Let's do it. Let us begin. And again, maybe I'm not doing this all the way right, because I don't do this stuff for a living. I'm not an electrician, so don't be upset with me. I just need to get it done. It's a new day today, and I am ready to continue the project, the winch project. I got the 4-gauge wire that I needed to complete it, and looks good. Looks like a pretty good wire, matching with what I had so far. And that's it. I'm gonna run this wire from the negative of the battery all the way to the winch, and then the small ground wire. And that's it, and then we'll connect everything, see if it works. Let's get to work. All right, so I'm gonna start with getting that new wire all the way to the front. Hopefully I can get there, and I don't need to make another connection in the way, hopefully. If not, I'll just connect it to the one I left right up here. So yeah, and then also I got the small one, which should be right here somewhere, for the small ground. All right, let's get to work. so I already started to get all these, the new wire and the small wire, both of them down there. Already started to get them up here to the front. There they are. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull this black one from here that I did. It was too short, so I'm gonna replace it with one piece all the way to here. And go ahead and do that, and hopefully it will connect, and that will be awesome. All right, so I'm gonna start with taking out this guy because there is no need for it anymore since I'm replacing it with a one piece. There you go, going out. I'm gonna go down there to pull it. And now I'm gonna send the new one in. Okay. So there we go, this black. Taking it off. I know it's a little bit more work, but I prefer to replace it in one piece and not to need to connect it in the middle. So and this is a little bit better wire than the other ones that I had. So guys, I was having a really hard time finding this 4-gauge wire because I needed a long one. Really hard time finding it. So a trick that I learned is to go to welding supply store and get it from there, because they sell it, they cut it there for you actually, and they sell it for the welding equipment. So yeah, that's the one I got, which is the same thing. Very good quality though. All right, next we're going to connect that second ground, the little one. Alright, so I got my first ground here, then I got my second ground right here, and both goes to the same place. Alright, so basically next what we're gonna do is going to connect all of these ones to all of the ones that comes from the winch. So the little ground will go to the little ground, red to the red one, and then and then the green and yellow will go to each other. And if the in and out of the winch is goes the opposite direction than what it should, then you just switch those, the green and the yellow. And then I am short with this guy, so I might have to make another piece over here. We'll see. All right, let's start. Alright, so everything is connected here. The only thing I got here is my negative actually could only get 10 feet. And that was not enough to get there. And I'm missing that much from here to here. Sucks. So I'm gonna have to cut a little piece so I'll be able to connect to it and it's not too stretched, unfortunately. So this guy will go here, and then another one will go to the other side. Yep, gotta do it. And the next one is just that little piece, unfortunately, that I have to do. I hate having connections in the middle, but yeah, I couldn't really get the right amount of wire, and everything is so hard to find nowadays. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do it this way, unfortunately. Then before I'm connecting everything, I'm gonna put some electrical tape temporarily here to make sure everything works. Guys, I got a bunch of projects coming up. I'm actually gonna put a new reducer from 24 volts to 12 volts here, so I can power my smart mirror and the GPS and the stereo and all the other stuff. But this is just temporarily, but this is gonna clean all of this stuff here. It's gonna be much cleaner. So yeah, that's next. So and also I want to change those batteries as well, because I don't like it that these batteries are like this. They are, I guess it was just temporarily, so Gov Planet can actually like get those going, but it is not good. So So before I connect everything here, I'm just quickly gonna wrap this with some electrical tape, just so that nothing would touch anything that it shouldn't touch. After I check that everything works, I'm gonna use my liquid paste that is basically gonna make sure everything is completely insulated and completely good, so we won't have any surprises with sparks or cool stuff like that. All right, time to connect the battery here. Looks like we are ready for it. Hopefully everything will work the way it's supposed to work. Okay, see if this one connects. So my winch is a 24 volt mile marker, so it will connect to both of these batteries. All right, so if my calculations are correct, this should work. Let's connect the control and see what happens. All right, so everything is connected here temporarily. I got the winch controller here connected, and everything here is connected. So we got all of them connected. I don't see smoke, which is a good, very good thing. Ooh, it works. It works. Awesome. Woo, got a lot of power. There you go, people. It works. Now, see if we can release that thing so it's free. Yep. It's free now, pulling. And I'm gonna engage it. Okay. It's engaged. I really should have gloves doing it, but I'm too excited right now. In. It works. Alright guys, we are back. And what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna coat all of these connections that I made with this guy, liquid electrical tape. So this is basically kind of like same thing as the heat shrink. I don't have heat shrink that is that big, so I'm just gonna coat everything and let it dry, and then we should be all set. All right, next I'm gonna start zip tying everything, make sure everything is neat. Make sure there is no areas where things gonna like rub against metal or I already started wrapping these connections with electrical tape. I tried to put some kind of insulation on it, like the channel insulation, but just decided that it's not really necessary. But yeah, moving to the next one. And then zip tie everything, and that's it. So this is all after I've used that liquid electrical tape on it, just in case. Just want to have another layer of insulation on it so it won't touch anything. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are good to go. Now we can start to set them all in place, and pretty much that's it. Then I'm gonna definitely get some kind of battery ports boots here, so won't have any more sparks going on. That's definitely one of my next ones that I gotta do. The way you get the Humvees from Golf Planet is not really the perfect shape, so awesome. I got all of this bundle. Gonna go, I wanted to go through the middle because when I change the batteries, but I might drill another hole right here, but for now it's just gonna go like that, all as a one bundle. And then the switch, I still have to think about what to do with my switch, if I want to do it or not. I'm probably gonna put it just because it's better to have the winch off, but I haven't decided yet where to attach it to or how to do it. I'm waiting for my 24 to 12 volt reducer and my 12 volt fuse box, so I don't really know yet what's the plan is going to be and where everything is going to be located, like right here. So we'll see about that, but that's something that always good to add to it. Let's see. All right, it's time to zip tie everything, bundle everything up here, and then the same underneath. Probably just add this all around so it won't rub against this aluminum piece here too much. These wires are very strong, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to connect that positive here, and I'm very not happy about this battery setup, how close it is to the side here. Really not liking this. So I'm just gonna tighten it for now, and then my plan is to just maybe temporarily wrap it with some tape, because I couldn't find boots, like battery terminals boots for here, but right now this is not good. So tape it here a little bit temporarily, because this is not good, not ideal here. It's time to get below to make sure everything works again. I'm gonna be able to start our field test here soon. Next I'm gonna wrap this guy here with electrical tape. I already put the liquid tape on it. It's been 2 days now, so it's dry. But it's better just to put more in. Okay, so basically everything here is zip tied and neat as much as possible, and goes all the way out there to the winch. Yep. So yep, pretty much that's it. Everything here is good. Only one I'm missing here, not missing, but I wasn't able to actually put it on top of the bolt over here. It was just too hard, so I need to get some tools and pull it over there somehow. But beside that, everything is hooked up. Just that last one, probably I'll need to eat breakfast before, so I have some more energy to pull that thing. But that's it. Good to go. All right, field test for the winch is just about to begin. Disengage. So we got the object and the assistant, Zeus. We got the assistant here, and we're gonna start pulling and see if we have enough power here to pull the subject or object. So we can handle 12,000 pounds. You think you're above that or below that?
Maybe just below that.
Just below that. Okay. Don't do this at home. All right. So, gonna start. Well, I would say that was successful, right? Field test, success.
I don't get paid enough for this, guys.
Alright guys, a little recap here for the mile marker installation that I installed. I love it. It's great. I'm super excited that I was able to mount it on my plate here without to modify it and extend the body like the hydraulic ones. This one is a 24 electric, 24 volts, which I'm super excited about it. It was very long, but went through it slowly, got it done. The field test went very well. Stay tuned for the next project. Subscribe to our channels and like our videos, because it really helps, makes us feel really good about it, and helps us to be to come up with new content for you guys. So like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.